So long back, during my MBA, around 2005, I bumped into an article online on purpose of life. It was written by someone who had researched and studied in depth the life of the famous scientist Buckminster Fuller from US. He has around 400 patents under his name. It was around 26 pages, the whole article, and it talked about purpose of life. It also said things about precision effect, the effect of one body in motion to other bodies. It talked about how your goals and purpose of life are completely different. The more I read that article again and again, the more clarity I got that why we need to ask this question. What is my purpose in this life? What is the one reason I am here in this world for? And of course, nobody else can tell you this, only you and yourself. I started looking in the various books and platforms. So how do I find the purpose of my life? Because I knew now that it is a really important thing to find in life. And I couldn't find any particular tool to look into. So I thought, okay, let me explore and figure out by my own that how can I find my own purpose of life. I was reading that time a lot books written by Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, Unlimited Power, and a lot of his work is based on NLP. A lot of his work is based on belief system. And a lot of his work is also based on the thought process that human beings are driven by pain and pleasure. So I thought that, yeah, if human beings are driven by pain or pleasure, then the purpose will also come from either pain and pleasure or both. So I made a list of things which when I look around the world are painful for me. And the more I wrote, I came back to one particular point which had an emotional reaction whenever I wrote or read that line. And that was whenever I see a person or people around me who are just getting up in the morning, doing random stuff, eating, drinking, and sleeping. There is no point in their life if you pick from point A and point B that they have grown as a person. And till graduation, till a large part of my life, I was living exactly the same life. And now, when I know the other side, it is painful for me to see. Then I thought, okay, what is one thing that gives me immense pleasure when I look around? And I came back to a similar point, which was when I see somebody who is living a productive life, growing every day, doing something meaningful every day. If you pick any point in their life from point A to point B, you will see a growth, massive change in a positive way. And that's what made me happy. So for me, that was an intersection point, and from that, I drew a statement that from now on till the last day of my life, every single day of my life, I will live in a way that inspires anybody who sees me to do more in life, to get up from that couch and achieve something, do what they love to do. That became my purpose. Not to teach purpose of life, but to live in a way that anybody sees me and feels like, I want to live the way she's living. I want to craft my own path too. article also taught or inspired me to think about one more question. Okay, this is what I am going to live for all my life. It asked the question that what is the biggest you can think? What is the biggest dream in your life? Because whatever your purpose is, you need to have an expression, a medium to express that purpose, live that purpose. By then, I had explored, measured, tested that what is my profession going to be, which was very clear to me: a public speaker, a corporate trainer. I had also realized that I love doing poetry and I love art. But public speaking was at the top. So I thought that, what is the biggest I can think in terms of public speaking as a dream? So I wrote in my diary in 2006 that one day, maybe in a time frame of 20-25 years from now, I'm going to speak in front of 10,000 people on the topic purpose of life, where the crowd is happy and cheering and fully engaged with what I'm speaking about. I started from there on programming my brain, my subconscious mind, to drive towards that dream. Every single day for the last 12 years, I've visualized myself standing in a stadium where there are 10,000 audience and I'm speaking, and there is cheer, there is joy, and there is engagement. Now, when you have a purpose set and you have a long-term goal, a dream, which is very clear and vivid in your eyes, you believe that you can achieve that. The question comes, what do you do next? What is it that you are going to do now so that you become every day closer to your biggest dream? I did not have much support, guidance around me that time. So I thought, what do I do now? I started researching. There might be people who are already doing that, what I want to do. So I started looking up Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, all these big speakers who are going and speaking in front of big audiences. And I started noting down that what exactly have they done to reach there, or what are they doing around. They all were authors of books. They were subject experts. They had excellent command in their language. They were well groomed. People used to look up to them, how they walk, how they talk, the content that they speak. So my goals came out, milestones came out from that. My diary page topped with a milestone set. It says, I will write a book. I have the diary page dated from that time, which when I see, my heart fills with joy when I know I'm almost about to publish my book. So how beautiful it is now after 12 years when I look back and I remember those moments when I could see a faraway point in my life, which was not just a dream catched or carried or inspired from anybody else, but digged in from deep within, where the passion and the joy was there whenever I was speaking in front of public at that point. When I logged it in my diary, in my subconscious mind, I had some milestones timed them, then when I'm going to achieve them. I went one day in front of my MBA class. There were 60 students sitting. And I said, hey guys, I need to announce something. One day I'm going to speak in front of 10,000 people on this particular topic. There were friends who cheered me. There were some expressions said, yeah, right. That gave me so much confidence that I am able to speak aloud that this is what I'm dreaming for. 2016, one of my poetry videos went viral. In 3 days, I reached 400,000 views. That day, I got a call from a classmate from MBA. He said, Vibhuti, you used to speak, you want to speak in front of 10,000 people. Your video has already crossed 400,000. But I said, no, that's virtual. I want real 10,000 audience. And the beautiful part is, at this point in my life, it won't matter if I achieve that dream or not. But what I have become in chasing that dream today, it's much more valuable than the dream which I achieved. Today, I coach people to find their purpose in life, to chart an action plan for a far, far, far achieved dream vision. Dreams become reality when you have an action plan, a roadmap. Without that, they are only dreams. And when such dreams are linked with something so solid, a foundation, the purpose of your life, the ripple effects which is going to create is massive, massive. When you live life with purpose and achieve goals along with it parallel, you will create ripples, touch lives in positive, and you will definitely leave a mark when you exit this world, making the world a better place than it was before. Much more on finding your purpose, crafting your journey, and achieving big milestones in coming videos. Stay tuned.